is Sunday. It's Memorial Day. So about 4 days ago, my wife got into a wreck that totaled her car. So we didn't really know what we were going to do about that. I have a daily drive, a 2009 Toyota Sequoia. We got 3 kids, so it works really good for that. But our oldest is out of a car seat, and then the other 2 are just in basically booster seats now. So, it's getting easier. Well, instead of buying something that I don't actually like, that I don't think is cool, and buying something super reliable and all of that, I decided to do what every reasonable person would do, and I bought a 1990 IZUZU Trooper, 4-wheel drive. This one's got the Chevy drivetrain in it. It drives great. I've taken it on the interstate a couple times already. I've had it for 3 days. I did take it to the car wash and just kind of blow some of the funk off of it, and then I didn't give it a full detail, but it had been sitting for a while. The guy that I bought it from, so it's one owner, 136,000 miles on it. The guy that I bought it from took pretty good care of it. It's got surface rust on the frame. There's a couple rust spots in the kind of inner rockers. Rear quarters have, on both sides, have some rot that's going to need to be taken care of. He had given me some maintenance records. It's got a new brake caliper somewhere, new brake pads. These tires only have 150 miles on them. They're just like some Amazon, knockoffs or whatever. You can see some rust developing kind of down in here. It's an automatic transmission, so it's got the 4L30E. And then it's got the Chevy 2.8, so it's the same drivetrain, I guess. I don't know if that transmission's the same, but it's the same drivetrain that's in the early 90s S10s and Blazers and stuff. It's missing some clips on this trim. This is taped, so I don't know if it's cracked or it's missing some clips or what, but I'm going to investigate that today. Yeah, so it's only 7:15 in the morning on a Sunday, so part stores and stuff aren't open, but I have to run a couple errands, and then I think I'm gonna pick up probably an oil change. He told me that he changed the oil. I can't remember when he said, but it looks pretty dark, so it's worth the peace of mind to do that. And then I would like to service the transmission, but I'm not sure if I'm gonna have a chance to do that today, because I guess you gotta jack up the transfer case and drop the cross member and stuff. I guess jacking up the transfer case is the easiest way to do it to get to the pan, and I'm just not sure if I want to tackle that today, because this is going to be my daily driver, but I don't plan on it. Shifts fine. You can tell that it needs serviced. The fluid looks a little toasty. Yeah, so we're gonna do some stuff to it today. I really want to clean it, actually, try to see if I can get some shine put back on the paint. I will show you some footage of kind of how it looked when I first got it, but I did clean it up a little bit. These floor mats these are floor mats from a 4Runner, but they kind of fit, sort of. All the lights work, all the gauges work. It's great oil pressure, doesn't overheat. Interior's in pretty good shape. It definitely needs cleaned. I did vacuum it out and the leaf blower it out, but it needs some more attention. The headliner had some kind of mold stains on it, and I got most of them off, but it needs to be cleaned up a little bit better. I need to remove all of this crappy window tinting that's disappearing anyway. But I think I'm gonna make a list of stuff that needs to happen in the next week or two. I can still drive it while I'm doing this stuff, and then kind of just decide today if I want to do an easy day and just kind of clean it, change the oil, etc. Try to maybe fix some of these pins, some of this trim situation, clean it a little bit better, detail it better, And then, yeah, I think that's probably what we'll do today. I think we're just going to probably change the oil and then just do the easy low-hanging fruit. And then the transmission service, I'll do that on a morning that I have like all day, because I'm sure that's going to take way longer than I think it is going to take. All right, so probably not going to do this today, but I think my goal today is going to be the oil change, filter, oil, obviously, the clips for the outer chrome pieces, maybe service the differential, and then this thing has a pretty nasty exhaust leak. You might be able to see where he kind of tried to fix it. Let's see. So it's, yeah, he put one of those thingies on there. I might be able to just reuse that thingy and then just cut a little piece of sheet metal and then JB weld it under that to kind of reinforce it. And then it also looks like this might be our actual real problem. Yeah, looks like it's more in this H. Well, I guess you would consider that an H pipe. Yeah, this has been repaired a few times. And it looks like there might be some rot over there. It honestly probably just needs a whole new exhaust. I don't know. It's one of those things where it's like perfection is just going to stop progress. So it's sort of like, maybe just see what I can do. We have returned from the O'Reillys. We got gear oil for the differential. We got oil for the oil. I got a new cleaning pad thingy, JB Weld exhaust sealant, and then I got some of this metallic wrap. I've never used this before, but it was cheap, and it'll work or it won't. And then I got some of these little retaining clips. I measured them, and I'm pretty sure they will work for what we're trying to do. I think I'm just gonna pull these off because 2 of them are missing or broken, and then maybe replace them depending on how gummed up it is back here. I will probably just pull these strips off, hit all this with, I don't know, something to just kind of knock the rust down so it doesn't keep spreading. Maybe just like some Scotch-Brite or something, because I would like to hit it with, like, you know, obviously like some rust reformer and some paint, but I don't have this color paint yet. All right, first one we're gonna tackle is the one that has already been shoddily patched. And what I think I'm gonna do with this one after I investigate it a little bit, this is gonna be hot, so I didn't really think about that. All right, so you can probably see that hole. I'm gonna cut a little strip of this this stuff, and then I'm going to use this thing to reinforce said stuff. Is to basically line this with this, line this with this, but then basically just use this as a glue. So then that whole area will be sealed up. So let me get a pair of scissors. We'll kind of map this out, how long it needs to be-ish, and then slap some sealer on it, slap some sealer on the pipe. I can't find my dang, or I can't find I have more than one. I can't find a friggin' wire wheel anywhere. All right, well, that'll work, probably. It's quite a bit wider. This is tightened up on here, so let's tackle those bigger pieces now. I think I'm gonna just kind of coat it in JB Weld and then wrap it over the JB Weld, and that should for sure work. All right, I got some degreaser, a rag, and a flap disc. We'll have to do the other side from the other side because it's on the other side. Got my tray of JB Weld. I have a plastic applicator. All right, we're over on the other side. Pretty happy. Or, you know, I mean, obviously I don't know if it worked yet, but Pretty happy with the JB Weld combo pack. Oh God, why didn't I just put this truck up on ramps or something? I don't know. Okay, I see our main culprit. You can't see it, but I can. Sweet. Let's do the differential. Unless this isn't metric, I think it's 25 millimeters. There's a little bit of wiggle in its wobble, but I think we'll be all right. I might need a I might need to get more torque on it. All right, I tried some standard size wrenches, and this is a 25 millimeter, so we're good there. I'm gonna try the connect your wrench to another wrench torque activator thing. I did get it to move a little bit a second ago. All right, well, I'm an idiot. It's 15/16. I got a breaker bar and a 15/16 socket. There we go. I also notice it's leaking from the third member cover thingy. So maybe we'll take care of that. Maybe we won't. Probably not today. I doubt this has ever been serviced. Yeah, these threads are real gummed up. I'm gonna order a new one of these. Literally no differential fluid came out, or did I break the bolt? I broke the bolt. Great. Well, I don't know what the to do now. I wonder if I'm gonna be able to twist that thing out of there or not. At least there's enough threads on here that I can get it back in. All right, well, I gotta pull the whole third member out, so I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna fill it, and then pop this thing back in and order a new one. Hopefully I can get this thing off. Yeah. Got my pumper. Stick it on in there. Well, probably try to get this off of here. And then, come on, get in there, little guy. Let's do some pumping. Well, this thing was basically bone dry. It said it took 1.8 liters, and this is about 1 liter. Or am I leaking out now? Alright, so I took the washer out of that drain plug just so it'd have more threads, and then I didn't over torque it. Whoever did that last time just over torqued that thing. I probably should have just been a little bit more careful, but what can you do? So I'm gonna go ahead and order another one of those drain plugs, and then we'll just have to get a screw extractor to get that thing out. But I'm not really that worried about it leaking any more than it's already leaking out of the kind of third member area. So my battery died, but there's the drain plug. It's very conveniently tucked up under this skid plate, or tucked up out of the skid plate rather, so I like that. Let me figure out what socket size that is, and we'll get this oil drained. Well, according to the Google machine, it's 15 millimeters, and it doesn't look like 15 millimeter to me. But I guess we're gonna find out right now with a 15 millimeter socket. Well, hot dog, the Google machine is correct. All right. So I got it loosened up, and yeah, I'm glad I went ahead and changed that. It's pretty dark. Looks like, well, the oil filter is right there. I can kind of get to it from the wheel well here. So hopefully you can see that. Yeah, there it is. Beep, 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 beep. All right, we're done draining, so I'm gonna just go ahead and pop this plug back in. There was no milkshake or anything on the top of the, in the oil or on the top of the oil drain filler plugger inner at the top. So there's no condensation or anything, so that's good. So I'm gonna pop this back in, we'll get that filter off. I can definitely reach it, it's just whether or not I can get enough gumption on it. But I think I'm moving it a little bit. Alright, well, we're doing Laurel, Indiana shit again, as always with oil filters. Well, let me try it with my hands one more time. I could get 2 hands on it. Nah, no way. The torque monster was working on this thing. Slowly but surely. Cool, I spilled oil all over the starter. That's great. I'll try to wipe that off with some degreaser. Got the wicks. Go ahead and preload the filter. Grease up the gasket like Grandpa told you to. I've shown this in a couple other videos, but get yourself some of this gaffer's tape. And then it does a couple things. In a situation like this, when it's really hard to get to, whether you use a wrench or a pair of channel locks or whatever, it gives your little fingies something else to grip. And then once you get it tightened up, since this is a black filter, you can write with your Sharpie when you change the oil. Alright, we're sitting at 137. And it's September. So, sorry the lighting's so bad. It's down there. You should be able to see. Here, maybe here. It's right there. So you can see the date, 137, September 24. But there's just like no good way of getting your hand in there. But we did it. So let's put some new oil in this thing. Let me check the capacity again. Alright, it says 4.5 quarts. So almost this whole container. Alright, I'm going to clean up my mess from those projects. I'm also going to clean off the back diff, but that's not that exciting. So do that real quick, and then I think we're going to investigate this duct tape situation, because if I'm cleaning it, I need to get all this goo off of here, and then we're going to investigate the chrome trim situation. They don't need this. Here, let me bring you in. This one is broken. It looks like these little tabs are supposed to sit in here. Also, this is loosey-goosey, but I'm sure I could fix that with some zip ties that no one will ever see. Essentially the same situation down here, but I do see some cracks, so we might be gluing some other stuff. But this all just seems like zip ties and super glue can fix it. Zip ties and super glue. Let's go ahead and zip tie the housing in first. Alright, let me move you a little bit. Here we go. Side to dry. Let's try to get rid of this crap. My PB Blast is in the back of the truck. This one, I think if I just use an impact, it'll come right off. I need the impact plugger in there, the thingy. I'm just gonna pull this whole strip off. I need a little magnetic holder. Obviously this truck isn't black, but I don't want this in the meantime before I do this rust repair to this for this stuff to get any worse. And you're not gonna see this because it's gonna be behind this chrome shroud thing. All right, I'm going to, hopefully you can see this, I'm gonna drill a hole out and then I'm gonna glue this to this. And then that still won't work because this is too wide. Great. Let's just take this thing for a test drive. How about that? Take these back to O'Reilly's. All right, let's fire this thing up. I'm running out of SD card space, so I'm not going to be able to film the whole drive, nor would I do that anyway. We got to close the hood and make sure we're not going to run over anything. I think we're good. Still have an exhaust leak. All right, I'm not exactly sure why. I assume maybe it's because that tape that we used kind of like settles, but the exhaust leak is quite a bit better than it was. So I just wanted to give an update on that, and then we're gonna get these thingies on here. All right, so I got one side done already. I just did it off camera to kind of figure out what I was doing. So first thing I'm doing is taking off these old reflectors that are broken. The screws are very rusty, so I have to basically break the reflectors to get to the screw, because I have to use a pair of channel locks to get the screws out.
One minute, 37 seconds later.
It did shine up decent. Hopefully I'll have enough time to hand buff it again. But now we're gonna tackle really cleaning this interior. I don't think I'm gonna be able to get obviously every single one of these stains out, but I'm gonna do the best I can. And then I've got a seat belt anchor kit for the two youngest kids' car seats. So I want to prioritize the back first because I need to get those in because they've got school tomorrow. Today's Labor Day, so I don't have to worry about any schoolings today. And then I got to go in and do a couple tattoos. So we're just going to kind of see what we can get done and get it did. Alright, so I'm using this carpet and upholstery cleaner. It's cheap. And then I'm kind of soaking stuff as I go, and then I'm hitting it with this Harbor Freight steamer. I don't know how well you can really tell. I mean, there's still some spots, like a little dark over here. Maybe try to hit that again. But if you compare that to this side, I don't know how well the GoPro's really doing it, but it does look quite a bit better. It'd be nice to maybe eventually replace these screws and stuff. But yeah, so we're just gonna keep doing this and then work our way up to the front. So what's so good about this steamer, I think it was like 20 bucks. It's like, so stuff like this area, look how much gopher guts comes out of this. And it's like, it'd be really hard to clean this. All right, I'm pretty stoked on the results here. I mean, there's still some dark spots and a couple stains here and there, but I think it looks friggin' great for being 34 years old. I noticed this the other day, and we will have to address this before winter comes. But I did, when I was crawling around under here, I checked the floor pans and stuff before I even bought the truck, but I didn't notice these spots. There's one on each side. So we will need to patch that, and then it's equally as bad over here. So we will have to take care of that before wintertime. Got the back cleaned up fairly decent. I ran out of carpet cleaner, so it's not the best. And then I got the 2 car seats in here. I got these anchor kits off of Amazon that I had in an old first gen 4Runner, but they basically tuck into the thing. I do need to get some new, this seat belt has a little rip in it. I need to get that replaced, and then one of the center seat belt also has a little rip in it. Nobody's gonna be sitting back there right now, but I do need to take care of that. So got it cleaned up. Now I got to get all of my treasures out of my old daily driver, put them in my new daily driver. All right, what's up everybody? Still working on making this thing more of a nicer looking daily driver. The trash truck is coming, so you probably hear the trash truck happening. Anyway, I went to the old Home Depot and the Walmart today, and I got a few things. So, trash truck noises. Anyway, I got some Goo Gone to get that duct tape crap off. I got some new wire wheels. I got a dang black ice air freshener. I got some semi-gloss paint for the frame and for the skid plate and everything. Got some more rust reformer. I'm gonna try to recharge the AC. I got some tire shine because you can't be looking not shiny. And then I got this cheap kind of DA dual action orbital sander buffer thingy. I needed one anyway. They had them on sale. I was gonna get one at Harbor Freight, but I'm a Ryobi boy, and not necessarily because I think they're the best or anything, but they're the cheapest, and I've only had a couple of them break, but I'm also not a professional anything. Anyway, I think we're going to spray some Goo Gone on the goo, and then we're going to start painting the frame. And then, depending on how much time we have, we might do some other stuff too. But I don't remember if I showed you guys or not, but I did get 2 car seats in here. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I did. But I got the little car seats in here. I have one of those expandable cup holder things that I used to use in another car, and it fit in that little thing perfectly. So I have a cup holder now. So yeah, I'd like to clean up the wheels and the tires, paint the frame, and then try to buff this thing better. I did not do a very good job. And I've never actually buffed a car before. So I won't do that bad of a job, but I won't do a great job either. Goo Gone. Go away, goo. Alright, I got some dang Quad Zero steel wool. some dirty Scotch-Brite, and a couple towels. All right, that little project is done. I also kind of shined up the rest of this bumper with that steel wool. Yeah. Found a pretty questionable spot here on this like cross member thing, which I think is basically part of this hitch situation. I mean, I don't plan on towing anything with this thing, so I'm not really super worried about it. And then there are some questionable, like, you know, some of this is a little sus, as they say in the middle schools. This like tow point, and then we got this big wad of trailer wiring. So somebody was definitely towing the boat down to the lake with this thing. I mean, I guess the guy that I bought it from, because he's the only guy that owned it. Anyway, I'm just going around and cleaning. Should have bought more than one can of that rust reformer. So I think I'm gonna just use the rust reformer on the frame, and then this gas tank skid plate, I'll just skip the rust reformer because it's pretty minimal on that. All right, I got all that rust reformer sprayed on, and I scraped off a ton of surface rust and dirt and crap. One thing that I do think is a little questionable is this fuel filter looks like it's been on here since Y2K. So as much as I don't want to mess with that right now, I am going to replace that fuel filter. I think the move is gonna be PB blast everything, and then these are square nuts on this little mount, so I think I'm just gonna have to reach up here, figure out what size socket that is. It's a 10 millimeter. Yeah, this is gonna suck. I also brought some hose with me. Hose, like H-O-S-E. And then it's a 10. I was hoping I could get an impact up in here, but it's a square nut. So I gotta get this off. Broke that bolt too. Yep, definitely fixing this with zip ties. All right, I got it off of the thing, and then I used the impact to get, what did I do? Oh, did I just break that one too? Cool. Yeah, I'm gonna end up just having to maybe self-tapper this in or something. I don't know. I really don't want to break a steel line, so I need to be kind of careful. Why is gas just, why is this happening? All right, well, I just have gas all, why, there's no, why am I, how is there gas? Is there pressure? Like, why is the tank pressurized? Okay, we're not losing, no, we are. This is sucks. All right, well, I think that was just all the gas in the filter. I don't know. But we're here now, so God, that sucked. All right, I got different size fuel line here. I'm really wishing I just wouldn't have done this, but it's good that I'm doing it because it's better than being stranded on the side of the road with the kids because my 30-year-old fuel filter clogged up. All right, I'm pretty happy with that. I'm gonna go ahead and start the truck, climb under here and make sure we're not getting any leaks, and then we'll move on to some other crap. All right, let's see what happens. It's probably gonna be loud. I don't see any leaks. All right, let's get to painting. I'm gonna wear gloves so I don't have paint on my fingers for 3 weeks. All right, you get the idea. I'm gonna do this front and back. I'm at least gonna get everything that's visible today, and then I'll worry about the inside of the frame later, and then we should have enough time to try to buff the paint. Still drying, but that looks so much better. And then I got at least the outside of the frame. I'm gonna go around and touch up any spots that I missed with the rattle can. You know, I'm not trying to pass this off as a full restoration or anything. We're gonna prevent some rust, and it looks a heck of a lot better. And then I think I'm gonna paint the inside of the wheel wells real quick. All right, that's a YouTube restoration if I've ever seen one. Looks way better. I got some watered down degreaser in here, and I'm just gonna give this whole thing real quick wipe down. All right. So I've never done this before, but we're gonna give it a try. I'm just gonna go real easy on it. I watched some YouTube videos on how to do it. Happy with that. I'm gonna try, I mean, it definitely looks better. I'm gonna try to apply some wax with a microfiber cloth and then buff it out with the buffer. I mean, it definitely looks better than it did. A lot of the white speckles actually kind of went away too. So I'm gonna keep tinkering on it, and then I don't know, that might be it for the day. Might try to do a couple other things, but yeah, so I'm stoked on this thing regardless. All right, I can kind of see myself in it. It looks way better than it did. So that's the best I can do in a short period of time, but I'm pretty happy with it. So now I think I'm gonna clean the wheels, put some tire shine on the tires, and then I gotta leave in about an hour, and I still gotta take a shower and stuff, so we're gonna do that. All right, fellers and fellettes, that's gonna be it. I'm really in love with this truck. It does have a few problems. I need to update the list, but I think it's daily driver worthy. Yeah, especially just kind of you know, no big trips or anything, just cruising around town, picking up the kids from school, etc. We got the tree, or the whale, or it's actually just called a sequoia, but you know, people call it goofy stuff. Anyway, that's gonna be it for this episode. We'll be back on the Datsun. I don't know when this is gonna get posted, but yeah, we'll be back on the Datsun. That's the big project. Sadly, I'm probably gonna get rid of the Courier. Maybe try to trade it for something, but yeah, I want to dump all the money into this Datsun. So, all right, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already. See you next time.